first. Hey guys, Ghost here, and welcome to the second. We probably are in the future, and there's Zero.
Hello.
So you see Zero, and this is me, Ghost. Let's get started. Brilliant, good job. So the top tip, well, not really top tip. These are just sort of tips, in our own opinion. It's not really, like.
Yes, our opinion, so don't get mad.
Yeah, not what we think everybody should do, just what we choose to do, or we thought. So the first one, and these aren't really in any particular order. I mean, they kind of are. Like the last two we do are probably the most important, but these, like the first 3, 4 here, are just going to be random. So, first one here is keep a small supply of the hardest stuff to get post SHTF.
Or medicine.
Medicine, stuff like that. It would be medicine. Now, of course, we can't forget our good friend, the salt. We really can't forget that. Need your salt.
Oh, yes, and a good friend, Mr. Battery.
Yes, batteries. Batteries something that we should definitely get. There we go, just in case you can see there.
And phone.
Well, your phone doesn't really go much good.
Oh yeah, but, charger.
Well, if you get solar chargers, yeah, I mean, sure, that's one thing.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was indicating.
That's a really good thing to get.
Well, yeah, obviously.
So that would be, other things that would be harder to come by, torches and things like that. It might be sort of plentiful at the start, but eventually they're not going to be as plentiful, so you should definitely
get loads of these while they last. Pens. Very good.
Chem lights.
Where'd you get chem lights from pens?
I just... Yo.
Do you still have them?
I still have one, yeah, the 30-minute yellow, high visibility. Silent.
I thought we used them all.
No, I still got one. I've always still had one. I've had this one for months now.
Never told me that.
I take it with me everywhere we go. I've had it with me every time, Roundstown Forest and all. I've always had it. You know what? I've just had a thought. It could have snapped inside the packet. That would be pretty shit.
That would be hilarious.
I'll move on to the next point here. Always, right? Well, not really, but yeah. Bug out bag or everyday carry, you should always have one with you, even if it's something as small as, say, just a torch and a pocket knife with you, or whether it's an actual portion of your bag with things like your first aid kit and whatnot inside.
Oh yes, and in your bag you should have plenty of tins like this, which are marked with what they are.
Yep. Also, another useful thing, these here, empty soup tins and whatnot. You can use these to boil water. They're very handy. They can be quite plentiful, and I have this off.
So are these
Wooden bowls
that I made.
So I think the importance of having a bug out bag ready is that if anything happens, you can just be ready at a minute's notice. Now, bug out bag, everyday carry, GHB for the get home bag. Some people call it the 72-hour bag, which is their initial 72-hour survival plan in that bag until they get to their bug out location. Bug out locations are another thing we will talk about later on. Anything to add here before we move on?
No. Do you mind if I do the next one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's see. Leave no trace. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Leave no trace. Like, literally nothing. You cannot. If you're at a campsite, put out your fire properly. Do not leave litter around your BOL. Just your normal stuff like that.
People knowing that you have been at a place may think you can come back, and if they find your bug out location, now of course, if they find your bug out location, that could be a cabin, and they might decide to go inside, or it could be as simple as ours at the minute Alpha. Now currently we have our tarps off, Zero has them, but
And the backpack there.
you're in trouble. But if you made a base camp, say about a mile and a half from your bug out location, and it was something they would use as a sort of forward base camp, or a forward camp, if someone found out you had rubbish around, maybe a smouldering fire you hadn't put out properly, that may not be particularly the best idea because they could wait there. And of course, if you were coming through with a shitload of stuff, maybe even if you were driving a car, rare as they could be potentially, and they were to jump you to take your stuff, that is because you left you were there. Anything else?
Um, I think there's just two more points we have to cover.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to do one and then you do the last one?
Yeah, sure. I'll do the next one. You do the last one, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, so always have a bug out location. Now, I know that may be hard for some people, especially people living in cities and things like that, but even if it were something like a forest, perhaps, that were nearby or something like that, that
Like
way,
us.
at least, pardon?
Just like us.
Yep. That way, you would have something readily available, somewhere you can go. That not many other people are really going to go, especially in today's day and age. I mean, how many people really go to forests apart from older people?
I
And
think we've got three, haven't we, so far?
hmm
3 or 4. So
yeah,
it shows you it's really easy to find them, just places where nobody goes. Normal. Yours, your mic's like really laggy.
now what?
Your video.
So
Might
you're
just be on my screen now, but
now well,
last one. Never announce yourself unless you absolutely have to.
yeah,
This is post and during.
pre
So
and processes to get, yeah.
yeah.
Right now,
So
you could say that we're being hypocrites by putting this on YouTube, but we haven't given away any actual locations. We haven't said, like BT 69, London. We haven't given away a specific address. By the way, that's not really where it is. Just in case, say, like, someone's gonna come look at it. That's nowhere near where we live, right? We're in Northern Ireland, but beyond that, County Antrim, not giving anything else. If you're a prepper watching this, you will know yourself. Not give only good with the location. But let's face it, right? So say uh EMP happened or something like that, right? Or a solar flare happened, knocked out electricity across the world. Right, well, and you had heard that there was a guy down the end of your road, lived by himself, had a couple of guns, had years worth of food and drink, and this was 2 weeks in, armies really slow handing out rations, you're going to go and try and break into this guy's house. If you
you're
think
gonna want his stuff.
if you think it's going to get you stuff, right? If you think he has guns, he has food, he has drinks, he has all types of equipment, you're going to try and get it. So yeah, that's why you should never, ever, ever give a specific location. I mean, occasionally we probably will say the town which we live in. Don't you know?
No.
Okay, well, in some videos we may let it slip. Uh, Now we're never going to give a specific address, but for example, if it were Antrim, right? It's not Antrim close. It's not. If we were to just say Antrim, you know, that's fine. But we don't mind really so much because it's still a sort of wide area to try and guess. I suppose technically it is actually Antrim. So it is. It's just a far branch. But anyway, same there. I'm not going to go into detail. Don't worry about it. So you should just never announce yourself because you never really know who is actually watching the videos. I mean, I think I had like 72 views or something like that altogether there, checking earlier on, and out of those 72, how many actually do me? I know that at least 3 do, one being yourself, Zero. But I know that at least 3 know me. Um, Beyond that, who else could be watching? Somebody from the town, somebody not even, but somebody could know where we are. And from that, if they find us, something happens, then that wouldn't be good for us. That's why you never announce yourself.
Never. And make sure you're never being followed either.
Constantly check your sex when you're moving. 2, 6,
And
9.
you're 3, and you're 9, and you're 12, and everything in between.
Yep.
I think that just about concludes it.
No, not yet. Actually, I've just thought of another one. Getting basic bushcraft and first aid training is a massive
Yes.
help.
That's a very good one.
Or even just practicing. For example, to
Make a
uh,
fire.
build fires. Now we ourselves, use tools like fire lighters and a lighter to do it. So we do when I was sitting about here somewhere.
We use flint and steel sometimes as well, actually.
Yeah, flint and steel and whoops, I just dropped that right here. A Zippo. Oh, there we go on the camera. So we do. Things like that. So yeah, you might say, well, that's cheating. But at the end of the
No,
day,
no, it's not.
keep you warm. That's going to increase your chances of surviving by 600%.
So,
Anything else?
yeah, that's about us, I think.
Base building.
So, just a quick recap would be never announce yourself, get a good
Always
BOL,
BOL
leave
before
no trace, always have a BOB or ETC ready at all times,
and
and keep
keep
a regular supply of the hardest stuff to get.
okay. Hardest to gather items and equipment, even things that possibly are perishable, like you'll see our weekly preps video, right? That's another one. Is doing something similar to our weekly preps. So I'm not going to talk to you about it now because we're going to do a video very soon on it. You should probably see it within the next couple of days. But essentially, what we are doing with weekly preps is we'll put 250 each together to create a fiver. And with that fiver, on a Friday, we will go and buy stuff. By the way, I meant to say I ordered some stuff on eBay Thursday night.
Alright, just tell me after the video.
Alright, but just letting you know. So we should have that stuff. Things like that. Like, some of the other stuff we've bought is the previously shown med kits and the salt, both of which were done for weekly preps.
Oh, this is quite an old one we actually got, but we got lots of these.
Is that our double A's?
Yep.
No, triple A's. Triple A's?
Yep. We got lots of them. I think it was 12 to 15 in
22?
one pack.
We got 2 packs.
Yeah, we did.
We got 2 packs.
How many were in each of them, do you know?
11, so 22.
Yeah, right. So
Yeah,
I know I still got five left here, and I was putting them in my head torch.
Right. Might be in the med kit actually, I'm not sure.
Right, well that should be us. So
You say looking for just one other wee thing that I want to say, which is just maybe it's a good idea if you're a prepper you haven't considered this before, is a weekly prep thing. It started off because currently at the minute we can't we don't even have jobs or anything, so it's not like we can just go out and spend loads of money. So it's a small sum and things like I'll actually show you here. These here tend to be 30p.
they're doing big cans of them for them for quid down in
The cost cutters, yes.
yeah.
That's something we're going to get as well.
Yeah.
Things like this. Also, that's what I was going to say, storing water. We had 18 of these bottles. 500 ml. We had 9 litres. I increased it. Tomorrow, have you got your 6-pack still in there, yeah?
Yeah, this is just one of the ones I have here.
Yeah.
Just to give you a close up.
Right, so that should be us, guys.
For a
So,
few minutes.
stay tuned for our weekly prep video, and also we recorded a video earlier on. We're not sure if we're going to show it yet. I think we're going to redo it tomorrow, yeah?
No, we're gonna upload that and we're gonna do another one tomorrow.
I don't know. Honestly, I really don't know about.
I think we should.
Also, remember we said in that video we give the location away?
You can beat that out.
No, but if you think about it, right? The location we said was nowhere near our general area. If people generally think of that location, they're thinking of the other side.
Yeah, but they're still gonna know that means we're in like 3 to 4 mile radius.
It's
So
more nice, like 6 miles.
they'll be able to guess the town as well.
Oh, the Antrim.
So
Really like Antrim, so anyway.
we're gonna have to beat it out. It's not hard, like.
I know how to do it. It's just I can be bothered. I can just upload it, but try. So anyway, when
Sure, you're
you
not really
see
watching
that
this.
video, then you know what we're talking about. There'll be a link in the description or something like that.
Hopefully.
Just a quick recap. Up here on the screen, this side, we are going. I will link the first Tuesday tips. Well, Zero's got it there. He wants to point out the other side.
Probably going to be one up there as well.
Yep, that's right. The one up here will be for our weekly preps video. Whenever we have that uploaded, it will be there. So you can look at that and right here and click the subscribe button. So guys, thank you for watching. I've been Ghost Zero,
Happy zero.
and thank you for watching. Stay safe.